doesn't whip out too much. It hurts worse on TikTok. People are just like, oh, flick through, flick through. I did not want to go to town today, but I like driving that truck at all. I know what the hell's wrong with it. The motor's running fine.
Yeah.
You got one like already. Is that you?
Oh, I didn't do that yet.
Yeah, I'm live. I am live. What's up, Sunil?
Oh, there's
The YouTube notification. All right. Looks like we got some people in here right now. That's good. How's my sound? You guys hear me? So I'm using that external mic, so or Bluetooth mic, whatever you want to call it. You hear a lot of the generator? No? It's because I'm on Linktree. They have that background noise suppression or whatever. Welcome to Tuesday or Wednesday. Gotta say that for all the Aussies and Kiwis. And we do get plenty of people from Australia and New Zealand, at least from Australia. Happy Tuesday, Kathy. Sounds good. Nice. Thank you. Well, I don't know how long I've had this beard, but it's probably been one of the longest. I'm wanting to cut it off, though. I need to at least like trim it or something. Go fly into
just
there.
landed right here.
Oh, I had one landing on my cheek yesterday. Just me off. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Happy Tuesday, Thomas. Good morning, Tina. There we go. It's like barely got enough, and Norma's using my wife for the Wi-Fi too. So if we clip in and out, then so every time I get an update or notification, it like because we barely have enough Wi-Fi signal. Hold on a second. Let me try to turn. Hello, Jennifer Lynn. Good morning. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Tuesday morning or afternoon or Wednesday morning? Fabulous. Nice. It's a good response. I like it. Groovy day so far. Right on. I'm doing good. Coffee. Yeah, I've already had mine. I think I pretty much drank it. Got up and did our chores and talked to the ex about my son. Now I'm here. Lots of drama going on in my family. Thank God we're out here. God. It's like y'all need to learn how to take care of shit. Coping skills. You've been taught them. Come on. Cope. it's hard to watch them when they've been taught. I mean, I'm not, I'm a musician and played in a band, and it's kind of a different lifestyle, but they were taught to go out and do your thing and deal with shit as it comes. It's like you got to use that. It actually works. I don't want to talk shit on my kids, but seriously, I love them. But oh my god, just like I love my puppies and my dogs, my chickens. But oh my hell, Ava was barking all night at night. She barks at trains every time a train, and the trains were coming through all night last night. So she decides to bark at them like I'm gonna keep that train away from here.
Yeah.
And they're still puppies, but they're being good right now, just laying down. That's when they're at their best, when they're sleeping. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I just, it's hard to watch them, but then I think about it, like, I was a little asshole when I was a kid and growing up. I was actually the nice one when I was a little kid. It was my brother that was kind of a jerk, but he was little. He had a temper. But now, that kind of changed. He became like, the all-American boy. And I was more like, oh, screw this. And I kept getting held responsible for shit. I'm like, okay, enough. I'm going to go be a rock star. Which I don't regret any of that, but I was a jerk. I was a jerk to my parents, and I've told them that many times. I just take off for the weekend and not tell them where I was going, and stay for a week sometimes at my friend's house. So I do understand where they're coming from. I'm just like, no, you're not supposed to be worse than me. Don't go further than I did. You can be a little rebel, but damn, everything's good, Eli. How are you? I'm just complaining about my kids, but I love them. And I got to understand they've got to go through some things in life that I've been through, but of course, those parents haven't been through anything. It's a totally new time. They've been through it all. You don't understand. I'm like, yeah, I do. Trust me. Starting your day. I think we woke up late, which is like I think we woke up a little after 6. Well, yeah, we were up. I was up like every hour, but I'm good. Like I can go to sleep for an hour and then wake up for a minute and then go back to sleep. I go into deep sleeps. I just sometimes every once in a while I don't, but I usually do. Usually that's why I'll go take a nap and I can lay there for 15 minutes and I'm well rested. I don't have to take a 2-hour nap or an hour nap. Sometimes I think yesterday I did. But hello, Margot. Yeah, I'm pretty good at like being able to just go to sleep, go into that deep sleep. I had some weird ass dreams last night. They were weird. Cause I'll wake up and I'll go. That's what I'm saying. I can get to that dream state within an hour. Like if I go to sleep, it'll take me about I don't know. Once I close my eyes, I feel that comfortable spot, and I'm like out, and I start dreaming. And I had like 4 or 5 different sections of dreams last night. You're off today. Good. Get your feet up. Yeah, it's funny how some people have a hard time sleeping. I mean, I do, but I get enough sleep. Some people just can't sleep. I've never been that way. I think when I was younger, when I was like 18, 17, early 20s, I'd stay up till like 1 and wake up and go to work at 6. When I worked at a golf course one time. You got to wake up really early when you work at a golf course as a groundskeeper and or a greenkeeper, whatever they call them. I had to wake up at like 4, and I'd go to bed at like 11 or 12. I need a little more sleep than that, but what's up, Letitia? Yeah, my sleep patterns are weird. Yeah, I had a weird one that I was staying in my grandparents' house with, I think it was Norma and a few other friends, and we weren't supposed to be there because it was somebody else's house, but it was like nobody was there. So we broke in. I don't even think we broke in. I think we just walked in. I put my dogs outside on their lead. That was weird. It got scary. It was like a nightmare. We were sitting there, and this guy comes back. He was like dark skinned, not dark, really, like my colored skin. He seemed kind of gangsterish. It was his house. Oh yeah, because that's how they found out that we were there, because the next door neighbors, their kid was playing out by the street, and it was, I don't know, the kid had to be like 2 or 3 years old. Earlier in the day when I saw the kid was playing out up by the sidewalk, it was nighttime and the kid was still playing out by the sidewalk, and I went to like see what the hell was going on. I thought that the parents, they were like on the side of the house. I know it's hard to explain. And you don't know the layout, but I saw them on there or next to their like lawn furniture or whatever. And I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Where's your kid at? And they were, because I thought they were fighting or doing some weird like ritual. So I scared them, and then they called the neighbor or called the, yeah. And they ended up hurting my dogs. It was really weird. General, hello. Okay, of course, Inger. Thank you for the $10 PayPal. What's that?
Mine was just simply weird.
Well, that was a weird one.
Mine is similar to yours.
Is it?
There was a lot of animals though in this house. And these people came in and were, hey, no, this is our place.
Like, this is our house.
Just like,
yeah, and I had a couple other ones, but I don't remember them as much. Oh yeah, I was like seeing my son on TV. Him and my daughter were boxing. I'm like, what in the hell are you guys doing? I was like, called them. Hey, quit boxing. Quit drawing blood. Weird.
some shit.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Letitia. A family member passed away. Sending love to you and your family. Yeah, I have some weird dreams. The last lucid dream I had was so weird, but once I was like, oh, basically everything that I wanted to think came to pass. Like, I was creating like some weird animal thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know. That one's too hard to explain. But I remember waking up in my dream because I had new shoes I just bought and they had brown laces and my shoes didn't have brown laces. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm at 3:33 a.m. Yeah. I'm like, these aren't my shoelaces. Oh yeah, I'm dreaming. Shit, yeah. I got all excited. And I started seeing weird shit. All right, Igor. So, dealing with some psychic attacks, I see, but also understand that you need to let those visions come in or those messages come in that maybe aren't so comfortable. They're not supposed to scare you. You got the plant medicine card first, and that's about the truth being shown to you. Like when anybody takes that plant medicine, when I mean medicine, I mean, psychedelics. They're showing the full truth. So sometimes people can have bad trips because of that. But if you understand what you're looking at and that you need to face that fear, that's kind of what's going on. But then I also see you're prone to psychic attacks too. You're going to be going through this for probably the next couple of days. Get the insects card, and this is right now. Insects card is about support, or having that support that you are not paying attention to, or that's kind of in the background. Like the universe is always supporting you, whether you're going through an uncomfortable space in your life or not. And then you got the medicine shield, which is you're going to need to put up your shields here pretty soon, because I do feel like you're going to be a lot more open psychically. So you're going to be more of that beacon of light, but sometimes that beacon of light attracts some lesser souls. I don't want to say lesser, but lesser evolved souls, and they handle things they don't know how to cope, right? So they might try to scare you. It might be kind of alarming by the way they look, or the way they feel. Just put up your guards, put up your blocks. And this is in the real world. This is in this world too. It's like the naysayers. Watch out for the people that are only trying to destroy you by their negative seeds that they plant or try to plant. You need a block from those. And then you got the full spectrum. So yeah, you're getting ready to make this, get back into that place where spirit is very fast, where you can just, whatever answer you need or somebody asks you, it comes quickly. You ask a question, it comes quickly. And it usually does, but you're a lot more open to it. So you can interpret it a lot better, or it hits harder. So you're being open to that full spectrum, or much more of the spectrum that we live on. You're opening up to more of it. And that's, like I say, that's the unseen world. You're starting to see more of the unseen world. Thank you, Inger. It's starting to get hot in here. You're very welcome. Yeah, share this out, please, if you can. Let's get some people in here so we can give away a free reading. We still have to give away. Christy donated a free reading, so still have to give that one away. Christy Lewandowski. She donated a couple days ago, and it was never able to. We couldn't get to 15 viewers. The only reason I want more people in here is because I don't want just one person guessing. But if we have to do that, or not guessing, but playing, if we have to do that, we will. Oh, thank you for the hugs, Thomas. Yeah, Norma has to show me those emojis and shit, and those stickers, because I can't see them from the StreamYard studio. She's in bed not feeling good. Doesn't mean what happens. What does what mean when it happens? Change some meds. When somebody passes away at 333, well, the meaning that I usually get from 333, I mean, I just like the number. It's part of my birthday, so my birthday's 3/11/75. Yeah, you look it up on the angel meanings. 333, that usually talks about it's the Trinity, but the Trinity can be viewed in a lot of different ways. It's not a Christian thing. It's like when mom and dad work together, they create a child, right? So it's kind of creation or the birth of something. So kind of a rebirth for him. A what? Seed. Yeah, the seed, the egg creates life. "444" is taken action. 555 is similar.
It's changed.
Yeah, 555 is change, but it also is like collaborating with others. Like I said, there's ways you can look it up, but yeah, 333. That's pretty cool that he decided to move on at that time. Must have been on purpose. Firm believer in everything happens for a reason. Even the things that do seem like coincidence, you got to look a little further into them. That was pretty crazy. What I find cool is like a lot of people that pass, they pass around their birthday too. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. I feel like we know when we're supposed to pass or when we should. We get to choose it. Just like Native Americans, some Native Americans went out to their gravesite and laid in it, like laid on this cot or whatever. And it's kind of like in that Clint Eastwood movie, The old Indian goes out to die. Thomas knows what I'm saying, right, Thomas?
Like,
I think that was Outlaw Josie Wells. I think. The old Indian guy. He was pretty funny. Yeah, it was Outlaw Josie Wells. I grew up on those. My dad loved Clint Eastwood. Yeah, cusp of spiritual awakening. What's most important is, what does it mean to you? What do you vibrate with? What is it vibrating with? How is it correlating with you? September 22nd, see? Yeah, it was. I like it when he wants to spit on that lady and he holds his chew spit in and spits the other way. Or I think he swallows it because that old lady's like just getting after him. And he's like getting ready to spit because when he gets ready to spit, he's going to shoot somebody. And then Clint Eastwood got way old. Started talking to his chair and shit. I know what he was doing, but Clint Eastwood's mega talented. He started out as a jazz piano player. Grandma's birthday was in late August. Nice. My grandma that passed, her birthday's in August, the middle of August. And I think she died in August too. Like their birth month. Just, I don't know, I'm noticing that pattern over time. What's that?
she was a couple months before.
Yeah, she was a couple months before. Got 10 in here. Let's see if we can get 20. The more engaging the live stream, or the more engagement on the live stream, the better. So that's shares, that's comments, that's hitting the like button. Hello, Becky. Welcome. Thank you, Tina, for the $10. I just saw that. PayPal. I saw that. Thank you, Tina. As usual, you're a huge supporter. We appreciate it. Tina always seems to come in too when it's like needed the most. I'm like, oh, thank God. But how am I going to get groceries to pay this bill? Oh, Tina comes to the rescue. A lot of you do. Tina's very in tune. Not that all of you aren't, but she just seems to do it at the right time. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank Tina. After Valentine's Day. I've never liked it. You know what? I used to like Valentine's Day when I was in grade school, and everybody brought their Valentines to share with each other. I like that. I always get those hard candy hearts. Thank the universe for Tina. That's right. And Kathy. And Thomas. Yeah, my grandma, I was pretty close with both of my grandmas, but one more in particular, my grandma Ann. She was such a cool lady. Everybody named their girls, at least their middle name. Like my sister's Brandy Ann. My cousin's Nicole Ann. My other cousin's Natalie Ann. So she got a lot of respect. Huh? Oh, and McKellan, my daughter, yeah. She's McKellan. She's the one that like kind of opened me up. I mean, I was already pretty spiritual. I just didn't know what that meant. But she used to do like readings or astrology charts for everybody. She went to like metaphysical classes in college. Later on in her life, too, like in her 40s and 50s, she was going to, because back then you could go to like a college class for relatively inexpensive. You're not broke. You're abundant, Letitia. Don't say I'm broke as a joke. Yeah, I had to call her the other night. She didn't like it, but I just tell her I've done it a few times. I probably shouldn't, but I talked to her about the guy she's currently. I don't even know what. Just had to remind him, like, I have taught Mikkel how to throw a punch. So if she needs to, and if you ever do anything that makes her feel uncomfortable and she doesn't want to do, don't even think about it. I know it makes them uncomfortable, but that, it is what it is. Sorry, I am who I am. And I do that with any of my kids. If I feel like I need to speak up, I will. All right, Tina, did you want a general reading? Sorry, I go off on tangents. It's just the way I mean, not any worse than any of the other ones that she's been seeing. Huh? But she's doing good. She's she's got like 2 jobs right now, but she's dead. We're talking. She's working on getting her own place and getting a car. And, she's doing better. That whole breakup messed with her head, and her not being able to see her kids and him basically kidnapping them, because he did.
Yeah, that is exactly.
And he still hasn't let me talk to them, and this is all just a pissing match between him and her. But he's, and it's disappointing that his parents are doing the same thing. They're feeding into it. And this is over his 20-year-old girlfriend. I mean, that's but he switched out. They were interchangeable. As soon as she left, he brought her right in. And Mikkel was always saying, "I think he's cheating on me with this girl." She was right. I know I'm just letting it all out today. Screw it. But it's just, I think it's a lot of people do that these days. And it's more of just it's not to keep them out of danger. It's for their own selfish purposes. Well, I'm not going to mention any names. One of you or 2 of you know. I don't know if you know the name. But yeah. So Mikkel's working her way out of a hole. At least she's moving up. She's not. She's doing good. I always tell her when she's about to give up, because I used to coach her in soccer. I will never do that again. Holy shit, coaching girls is hard. But anyway, because you can make a boy just take a couple laps, dude, and then get back here and get back into practice. You tell girls that, and they're like, "Well, my mom said that I don't have to take laps," or "No." But anyway, she'd be out on the soccer field. And she was really good at she'd never played soccer before, but she had a good foot. She could score. She was a striker, and she'd get tired. And she's like, "Dad, I've got asthma. I need my inhaler." So I always tell her that, "Mom, Mikkel, get back in the game. You don't need your inhaler. You're good." But no. Anyway, okay. So Tina, Vision Quest card. This is coming to the end of a quest, which means there's going to be another one beginning. But this is in the past position, so you've been awakened to a lot of new things, or maybe reminded of a lot of things. And the Vision Quest is just about seeking more knowledge. You might have a little bit of a break, but I do feel like you got the plant medicine card as well. That's the truth. So seeking the truth, seeking more, gaining more wisdom. And you're doing that right now. And this is freeing you. It's freeing you from a lot of the anxiety, because you're willing to face things now that you didn't want to face before, or you didn't take the time as much and attention to those things that maybe held us back. But you got the birds card, and that's about freedom. So that's what's coming up in your future. And I think it's a lot of freedom from, like I said, the anxiety, the sadness. You're no longer perceiving it a certain way that you did before. Not that it doesn't make you sad or anxious, but you're a lot better equipped now to handle it, because you've changed your perception. And you got the Star Seer, which is about looking at things from a greater perspective. If you see she's holding the ladder for this little man, it's kind of like the higher self holding for the human self. So you're doing things a lot more from that greater perspective, instead of getting tied up in too many of the little small details. So you're headed for expansion, or you are expanding in your consciousness. I didn't think he really is her man. He wants to be, and she's like, I don't want to be.
She's like, dude, I appreciate the help.
Like, I appreciate your helping me, but you don't get, shouldn't be any ulterior motives here. You're very welcome, Tina. Thank you. Yeah, well, once you look at it, Thomas, like all the traumas I've gone through, yeah, it's hard, but it also is, you've come a long way since then. You know what I mean? That may help, you may be triggered in certain ways, but understand whenever you feel triggered, look at what is triggering you and know that it's happened in the past. You don't have to carry the pain or the stress or the anxiety or the sadness that it came with right when it happened, right? It's over. You get to decide what you want in your life. So if that's abundance financially, you get to decide that. You're the one that brings it in. You're the one that brings that financial abundance in. Nobody holding us back but ourselves. And trust me, as I say it, I'm still human. So I can relay messages, but I can still listen to a lot of it too. Yeah, it does come in many forms. But if you want the finance, I mean, that's all energy. So, and when people say money is the root of all evil, not really. It's how you're using that energy. How are you utilizing it? If you're putting that money or that energy into something, you're investing into something, right? Or someone or whatever. That can pay off in a lot of good ways. But if you're using it to control or to gain more, be more powerful, that's the wrong way to use it. There's nothing wrong with making money. And abundance does come in many forms. It could come in love, comes in wisdom, spiritual connection, our spiritual connection. Yeah, I mean, we're very abundant. Probably too abundant. We just start getting rid of shit because it's cluttering up the place. But yes, I'm very grateful for my life. Look, 11 viewers and 11 likes. That's a good ratio. For some reason, we can't get to 15 viewers anymore. I don't know. Well, we haven't in a while. I'm not saying we can't. We can. We are. I got to practice what I preach. All right, fly, get away from me. Shoot, fly, don't bother me. What's up? Ooh, we made some carnitas tacos last night. We made them once. They were good. This time we made them. They were really good. We got lots of leftovers. So gonna be eating that for a minute. They were good. Roger's he loves that blower. I mean, I would love it too if I had one. I'd probably use it a lot because it's battery powered. Just take it out anywhere you want. That's his therapy. God, imagine if he wasn't able to do work on the property. He'd be driving you crazy. He left Christianity and became omnialist. Omniist. I don't really have I would say I follow the natural laws more than anything, but I'm not what do they call them? I'm really into like hidden knowledge or ancient knowledge before Christianity. He drives you crazy when it's raining and hot out. Yeah. Oh, Tina, I was going to tell you, I don't know what you're planning on doing with your planters or whatever out front. Some ground cover. There's some ground cover my grandparents used to have, and it was pretty. And it was like, it's only just a little, but it's pretty. It was just going to be a suggestion, but I forgot to tell you when we talked on the phone the other day. I was because it didn't come up. That's probably why I didn't say anything. We didn't talk about gardening or anything. Now you can't do anything because it's getting cold, but she probably already had something in mind. Were you Hitler? I don't think so. But we can tap into a lot of different energies. All religions right in some ways. Yeah, and that I think, in my opinion, a lot of it's capped us off to truly what spiritualism is. And religions, when you start looking at it, they're all based upon taking drugs, psychedelics. And that is a way, that's why they call that DMT the God particle, because there's like, and I feel like with LSD and mushrooms, it's the same thing. You can experience that world that we don't see, but I think it puts us in a higher vibration. That's why natives have taken peyote. It helps with their mental health. Yeah. But yeah, if you really look back into it, especially nowadays, they're studying it a lot. Or there's people that have been studying it. Lots of drugs going on. That's what the anointing from the Catholics, that's what that came from. When they put that oil on your head or over the top of your eyes. Yeah. I mean, I could go into that, but I'm still learning. So, but ergot was something that everybody shared. The Egyptians shared, like the blue lily. These were all things to kind of get your consciousness higher. And when you raise your consciousness, you do see weird shit, or you see more of what's going on. It's like when I took the dose one time. Probably not supposed to be talking about this on Facebook and YouTube, but I could see the leaves and the trees like they felt like they were alive. It's like watching a cartoon. It didn't feel like I saw it, and I saw UFOs or ships passing by. I saw the moon. I saw that there was civilizations on the moon. I saw lights like cities. Religion was just the churches taking over. Like that was their way to control the people. And that doesn't mean there's not right things in there. There's things that are, pretty commonsensical.
Yeah.
But common sense ain't that common.
It's true too.
Especially nowadays. Back in the day, it used to be a necessity. You had to have common sense. Yeah, Earth is God, but the universe is God. Like, yeah, the universe and Earth is God. Everything. I don't buy into it, and I know I might offend some of you. I don't buy into the whole Jesus story. That was straw man, or somebody, they deified him. He was a man just like the rest of us. Well, yeah, he's a man just like the rest of us. Human. Not to say there hasn't been some cool people throughout history that did some cool shit and that helped humanity. There have. Those people were human too. And as I'm learning, Christ and Antichrist are the dote and the antidote. They're medicines. When you're being Christed, that's why they pour the oil on your head or whatever. That's being Christed. Now, back before that, Catholic religion, the Christing meant whole lot more. Like they gave you a dote, which was like the Christ, which was so you could be in that, they call it the ionic world, which is that unseen world, right? But if you didn't take the antidote, you could die because they were using snake venom and shit. Yeah, a lot of it really does go back to like ancient Greece, like at least the things we know, but it goes back even further than that, like Mesopotamia. I don't know if I want to hail Zeus. He sounds like an asshole. I've always felt more connected to Poseidon. You know, water sign. The lightning hurler. Maybe he wasn't an asshole. Oops. Maybe we'll have to do a remote view in class next time about one of these things. Go view history. Yeah, just Jesus didn't. And you know what? Even it's like, who are they talking about? Moses that they talk about. No story was written about him until like 1,000 years after him. So you'd think that if Moses really happened, there'd be stories right after during his time. There is made shit up. They made shit up. You see it right now, and like some people get way too woo-woo. Like the Pleiadians are assisting us, and it's like maybe, but where are you getting that from? I mean, not to say there aren't interdimensional beings, extraterrestrials. I believe there are. We'd be very cocky and arrogant to think we're the only beings in this universe, even in this solar system. The three sisters are coming down to assist you. Maybe, but I believe more in like higher selves. Like we're just one dimension of who we truly are. We're just one life. We're omnipresent beings. Oh yeah, the guys that I'm watching right now, they call Yahweh Yahoo. Like, yeah, you think about like back in those days, there was a lot of slave trading, a lot of piracy, human trafficking. Yahweh, yeah, but we've got to scrub all that shit because our true memories will come out when we are able to look past all of that. And everybody moves at their own pace. You know, they learn at their own pace. They rediscover at their own pace. I don't have all the answers. I mean, I've visited what you'd call like the Godhead and the Akashic records, which are all real. But I don't know. The 12th dimension, like I don't know if there's only 12 dimensions. You're still limiting yourself. There's dimensions up, there's dimensions down, there's dimensions to the left, to the right. Oh, I just froze.
For every possibility, there's a space in which that possibility can go.
Yeah. Endless possibilities. Yeah, and we have that godlike ability. Like when we die, we don't just not exist anymore. Our soul leaves our body, or whatever you want to call it. Our consciousness, our spirit. The spirit to be us, like I'm different from you. You're different from somebody else. There's a reason for that. And whenever anybody tries to pigeonhole it in one spot, or that's the problem. Like this is the way it works. Like, okay, right there, I know you're full of shit. If you tell me that there's only one way that it works, you're lying. It is getting hot. So yeah, I try not to label myself right now. I don't call myself a shaman, but that's more a description of a job description. Shaman is just someone who looks here and looks there and goes outside of themselves to, psychic practitioner. Shaman just, I like the word. A lot of people think shaman are Native American. That's not a Native American term. I think it's Eastern European or European. Just describes that you're willing to visit other worlds, other realms, and bring that back to this realm to help. I don't, probably should do more ceremonies, but I'm not like the shaman of a tribe. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to do that? That's cool, but it's more of a job description. I am better than everybody. I'm more spiritual than you. I think they call, well, at least in the Mexico, they call them brujo or bruja, depending on if you're a man or a woman. Yeah, it's going to be hot here today, too. I know. I'm getting another heat wave. Yeah, more Asian and European. Yeah, I know. It's getting hot here, too. It's nice, cool mornings, though.
Yeah.
Like, almost so cool I don't want to wear shorts in the morning anymore. You're just getting set up for something better, Johnny or Yanni. Janny, Yanni, or Johnny? It just means you're not supposed to be there anymore. Or maybe you would. Maybe they'll call you back. But yeah, it's fall here, but it doesn't feel like fall. It feels like summer, except in the nighttime, in the mornings. It gets down to like 50s.
It's 46.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. None of my plants lasted. The one thing I didn't even pay attention to growing, I'm not even watering it, is this one single sunflower. We have like that. Kathy knows what I'm talking about. We bought one of these mattresses. It was like memory foam. We put it under the trailer just to kind of keep things warmer in the winter. And because of the shade, it's growing up out of the side of that. So I'm just going to leave it and see how far it goes. It's funny because I planted a bunch of sunflower seeds and I tried to put a cage over it and the chickens still got to it. Trampled it. Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of cool, but I really need to like dig a hole so I have like a geothermal so it keeps it kind of warm because I want to grow some bud out here too. Bud is very like susceptible to the cold. And I almost need like a greenhouse, geothermal greenhouse. So I've got like the plastic over the roof, but just kind of dirt on the inside because it keeps the temperatures more, they're not as extreme. That's the future. It's a lot of digging, and I need a tractor. I'm not a freaking 20-year-old that can just throw dirt with a shovel 5 feet deep. So I want to grow or have a root cellar too. But the guy that I'm marrying, or that couple that I'm marrying, will live right here, right behind us. He said his cousins are probably going to bring up a tractor, so we'll see what we can do. Work out a trade or give him a little bit of money, pay for the gas. If I had a tractor, you know how much I could do with an excavator? Oh man, I could dig some holes. We'd have a lot of shit done.
Super nice.
It would be nice. Lived on a sugarcane farm. It's too bad we don't use cane sugar anymore. Yeah, he dug his pool by. I know, I saw that. He's a little unhinged. He'll do anything to get popularity, and I won't.
Yeah. He's doing it.
And I'm not jealous of it. Like that's awesome. You're doing good. But he will make sure. Like he made a lot of money on TikTok. That was, I think, where he broke down how much money he made in different places: YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, he's doing, and he's got like a little food truck now. He makes, it's called Gat's Deli or Gat's Deli. Yeah, I watched him dig his pool or pond or whatever by hand. He got a lot of energy. He's in his 30s too, so. Yeah, I've been watching him. Johnny. Okay, good. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny, all right?
I know I felt bad when the thing exploded in a truck.
Oh, yeah, when their truck, the fire extinguisher exploded in the truck. He had to clean it all out, lost a bunch of food. But he goes and feeds people too. Like he's doing everything right. It's just a little strange. Yeah, let me tattoo my eyeballs. Like, what the? He does it for attention, but that's how he's making money.
Yep.
That's the whole number one rule in entertainment. If you want to be popular, do whatever that it takes to get people's attention. I've just never been that way completely where I would want to do that, go that far. But hey, look what it's done for him. Yeah. And he's got a big plan. Like he's already got his floor laid out. He's making a lot of money. He's getting to the point where it's kind of slowed down, but he made a lot of money on TikTok and invested it back into his property. And he's been around a lot longer than when he got popular. Like he was doing it a while ago. He's doing OnlyFans, whatever. He's doing whatever he can to make money, which is awesome. Yeah, he did too. He does too. It's not really it's sex, like pictures and videos. It's not really, and I guess it's an online sex business. It's not like she's not prostituting herself. She don't care. Yeah, she's making money, whatever. I'm never jealous of him because I'm like, I know what he does to make that money. So more power to you, dude. And he makes a lot of videos. Yeah, she's funny. We started watching him probably a couple years ago, right when he moved out there. There's another guy that's on TikTok that's funny as hell. And he teaches you like how to not really skirt the laws. It's more about like, hey, they don't have any legal right here. Like they can't come after you for this if you make it a public park. But he's having trouble with like some of his neighbors. He's out in the middle of nowhere in Tucson, but I can't remember his name. He's got long hair. It's kind of gray, dark and gray. But he's pretty good too. He's more my style. Like, okay, I can get behind him. I'm not in shape enough to do any OnlyFans. I know. I'm good. Who? Oh yeah, yep, she is. But I'm just not that. That's not my bag, man. I don't know. I'm probably the only family member that listens to Big Brass Band era. I don't do it all the time, but I appreciate it. All music, pretty much. If it's something that gets me, gives me goosebumps or catches my attention, I'll listen to classical music too. I can't listen to it for too long because I do like vocals. Yeah, I'm more just, I'll try to use, maybe mix in my music with what I'm doing. I need to get my ass down and write some songs, but maybe release some songs and just wherever else it goes. So the thing is, I don't want to be ultra famous. That's one thing I don't want. That's drama when you're online. You deal with a lot of haters and lawsuits and shit you don't want to deal with. I kind of like saying, maybe, I'd love to be doing better than I am, but not like ultra. Yeah, like that's, a little under the radar. Taking off, Joy. Thanks for stopping by and helping out. If you are. Yeah, I like me and Normal. Like we have karaoke nights sometimes. I'll sing all kinds of shit like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, outlaw country, just whatever. Ask Kathy. We used to crank the music up and sing. It's fun. It's like a good release. You used to that. Roger cranks it up. Yeah, you probably couldn't hear us as much because Roger was cranking it. It's good to do that. Just let it go. It's one of my best favorite things to kind of just let it go is playing music, singing in front of people, belting it out. Music's always kind of been a part of my life. Even when I wasn't playing instruments, I was destroying my dad's because I was really interested in like the banjo. Like, oh, what's this? This guitar, this harmonica. And I kind of grew up around, like, my family played music. My dad was a musician. My grandpa played a lot of old, like, Gene Autry songs. Yeah, I can chat about music anytime. It's a big part of my life. It has been for a long time. If you want to feel the vibration, go learn how to play the guitar or something that vibrates, because all those instruments vibrate. Pass your time with God and music. That's awesome, Jose. I guess I do the same thing. God is everything. God is the dark, the light, the good, the evil. Everything. The sun, the moon, the earth, the stars, the space in between the stars. All encompassing. Stop. Can't fly right on my nose.
They like pick a spot.
All right, everybody. We're going to probably sign off for now, but if anybody would like a live reading, just let me know in comments and I'll stick around so you can go make the $10 payment or whatever. If you want a personal reading, just go to my website at www.psychicshaman333.com. Also teach a class, so anybody who wants once a week anybody who wants to develop their psychic skills or become more in tune with them, find the Metaphysical Mystics tab on my website. It'll just say Metaphysical Mystics. Tap that tab and it'll take you right to the page to enroll. I also have a psychic journal that's on Amazon.com. Just type in Psychic Shaman. Aaron Fowler Psychic Journal, and it should take you right to it. But other than that, did I miss anything? Thank you all for being here. That's what I missed. Much love, much support, and thank you for your support. And we'll see you soon. Have a great day, everybody.